New cars come with all kinds of bells and whistles these days, from heated seats all the way up to autonomous driving. But are they reliable? A new survey from Consumer Reports trying to answer that question today.
They look sleek, high-tech, and smarter than ever. But behind the glossy screens and glowing headlights, something's gone very wrong. That shiny new car sitting in your driveway? It might be a financial time bomb, one that's quietly counting down, because according to a shocking new Consumer Reports reliability study, thousands of 2025 model cars are designed to fail right after their warranties expire. And when they do, owners are left with repair bills so massive they make the monthly payments look tiny. We're not talking about squeaky brakes or broken sensors. We're talking about catastrophic engine failures, dead transmissions, and electrical systems so flawed they total the car before the loan is even halfway paid. And here's the dark truth. These aren't random defects. They're the result of deliberate engineering choices, corporate cost-cutting, and rushed technology meant to impress investors, not protect drivers. Internal documents from multiple automakers reveal a disturbing pattern. Some companies are literally calculating how long parts should last, just long enough to survive warranty coverage, not a mile more. And the worst offenders, the high-margin luxury vehicles, the ones that promise prestige but deliver pain. So which cars have become the financial death traps of 2025? Let's start with America's biggest names. Ford Explorer EcoBoost, marketed as innovative and fuel-efficient, but owners call it a disaster on wheels. Its 2.3 liters turbo engine suffers from carbon buildup that leads to misfires and, eventually, total engine failure. Repairs $3,000 just to clean it. $12,000 if the engine's gone. Consumer Reports found 62% of owners faced serious issues by 75,000 miles. And the kicker, Ford engineers warned management about it years ago. Executives overruled them. GM's Active Fuel Management System, a so-called fuel-saving feature found in millions of trucks and SUVs, Silverado, Sierra Tahoe, Yukon. Instead, it's destroying engines. Lifter failures send metal shrapnel through the oil system, leading to full engine replacements costing up to $8,000. GM knew? Lawsuits show they had the data, but launched anyway to hit fuel targets. Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator. The infamous death wobble still haunts them, a violent front-end shake that feels like the car's about to disintegrate at highway speed. Fixes can cost $2,000 or more, but the real loss is resale value. These Jeeps lose up to 20% more value than their competitors. Internal memos show engineers wanted suspension redesigns. Management said no. Too expensive. Now, let's talk tech disasters. When innovation becomes a liability, Tesla Model Y, brilliant on paper, a nightmare in reality. Its heat pump system, meant to boost cold weather range, is failing in nearly 40% of cars within 3 years. In freezing temps, that means no heat, no range, and no help, because Tesla's service network is overwhelmed. Out of warranty repair, $4,000 to $6,000. And the software, it's even worse. Updates that brick cars, glitchy screens that disable everything. And once the warranty's up, those fixes come out of your pocket. A 6-figure luxury EV turned financial trap. Its ultra-complex battery management system fails in 1/3 of cars within 2 years. The fix? A $22,000 battery replacement. One owner in Florida watched his $87,000 car lose over $50,000 in value in 18 months. Service wait time, 3 months. Warranty help, almost none. Audi e-tron GT, a masterpiece of performance until it stops working. Major electrical failures are leaving owners stranded, with repairs costing over $20,000. Parts backordered for months. Internal reports show Audi engineers begged for better cooling systems. Management said no. And then there's the family segment, where reliability matters most. A 6-figure luxury EV turned financial trap. Its ultra-complex battery management system fails in 1/3 of cars within 2 years. The fix? A $22,000 battery replacement. One owner in Florida watched his $87,000 car lose over $50,000 in value in 18 months. Service wait time, 3 months. Warranty help, almost none. Audi e-tron GT, a masterpiece of performance until it stops working. Major electrical failures are leaving owners stranded, with repairs costing over $20,000. Parts backordered for months. Internal reports show Audi engineers begged for better cooling systems. Management said no, and then there's the family segment, where reliability matters most. Once the gold standard for families, now plagued by failing 10-speed transmissions that die before 75,000 miles. Repairs cost $6,000 to $8,000. Families who bought it for peace of mind are now drowning in debt. While Honda quietly limits warranty extensions, Toyota Sienna Hybrid, even Toyota isn't immune. The hybrid battery cooling system fails, overheating the batteries and killing them before 50,000 miles. Repair bill, $12,000. Owners report lights flashing. 2 weeks after the warranty ends, Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade, family favorites, turned financial nightmares. Their V6 engines are consuming oil so fast that bearings fail and engine seizes without warning. Replacement, $15,000. And to qualify for coverage, you have to prove you checked your oil at exact intervals, a policy few can meet. Here's where it all gets worse. Car loans today stretch to 84 months, 7 years. These major failures, they hit between years 3 and 5. That means most owners still owe more than the car's worth when it dies. You can't sell it. You can't fix it. You can't stop paying without wrecking your credit. This is the financial death spiral of modern car ownership. Depreciation skyrockets, repair costs explode, and the manufacturers, they get paid either way. And don't expect help from the auto media. Most review outlets rely on manufacturer advertising, so they won't touch these reliability disasters. They'll praise the touchscreens, the horsepower, the luxury feel, and ignore what happens 3 years later. So, how do you protect yourself? First, never buy the first model year of a new redesign. Let other people be the test subjects. Second, research specific engines and transmissions. The same car can have a reliable base model or a ticking time bomb under the hood. Third, don't assume luxury means longevity. In 2025, the data shows Toyota, Mazda, and Honda outperform Mercedes, BMW, and Audi by a mile. And finally, budget for modern repair costs. Today, even small jobs can hit $5,000 or more. The golden age of automotive reliability is over. Cars from the 1990s and early 2000s could hit 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Modern vehicles, many struggle to reach 100,000 before a catastrophic failure. They've become technology products, not durable machines designed for replacement, not repair, and that shiny new car you're making payments on. It might not be transportation. It might be a trap. Because in 2025, the most dangerous thing on the road isn't what's ahead of you. It's what's hiding under your own hood. They promise freedom, a symbol of success, independence, progress. But in 2025, the modern car has quietly become something else entirely, a weapon aimed directly at your wallet. Because beneath the sleek design, advanced technology, and bold marketing claims lies an uncomfortable truth. Many of today's cars are engineered to fail, not by accident, but by design, right now, across America. Millions of people are making monthly payments on vehicles that are quietly decaying from the inside out. Shiny, high-tech machines, built with one silent purpose, to survive the warranty, and then collapse. Consumer Reports' shocking 2025 reliability study exposed the ugly truth manufacturers hoped you'd never see. These cars aren't just unreliable, they're financial traps disguised as progress. And when they fail, they don't just break down, they take their owners down with them. Let's start at the top. Detroit's darkest secrets. American nightmares. The Ford Explorer EcoBoost was supposed to represent American innovation. A turbocharged engine with great power and fuel efficiency, the perfect family SUV. But behind the marketing? A disaster in slow motion. That 2.3-liter turbo engine has a fatal flaw. Its direct injection system. It injects fuel straight into the combustion chamber instead of the intake valves, saving emissions, but allowing carbon to build up like plaque in an artery. The result? Misfires, power loss, and eventually total engine failure. Repairing it costs between $3,000 and $12,000. On a vehicle worth maybe $20,000, 62% of Explorer. EcoBoost owners report major issues before 75,000 miles. And the worst part, Ford knew. Internal documents from a class action lawsuit revealed that engineers warned management before launch and were overruled. Fuel economy targets mattered more than customers. Then there's General Motors. Their active fuel management system was marketed as a revolution, turning off half the engine cylinders to save fuel. But what GM didn't say is that the system's lifters, tiny metal components controlling the valves, were failing catastrophically. When they break, they scatter metal debris throughout the engine. What follows is a complete meltdown. Repairs cost $4,000 to $8,000. And once again, lawsuits reveal GM knew this could happen. Engineers identified lifter failure risks years earlier. Executives ignored them to meet production deadlines. New cars come with all kinds of bells and whistles these days, from heated seats all the way up to autonomous driving. But are they reliable? A new survey from Consumer Reports trying to answer that question today. That shiny new car in your driveway could be a financial time bomb waiting to explode. Right now, thousands of Americans are making payments on vehicles designed to fail just after their warranties expire. Consumer Reports' shocking 2025 reliability. Study reveals cars so fundamentally flawed that repair bills are exceeding monthly payments, pushing owners toward financial ruin. We're not talking about minor inconveniences. We're talking about catastrophic failures requiring complete engine replacements, transmission rebuilds, and electrical system overhauls costing more than many families can afford. But here's what most car buyers don't realize. These failures aren't random bad luck. They're the result of deliberate engineering decisions, cost-cutting measures, and technologies rushed to market without proper testing. Internal documents from major manufacturers reveal something truly disturbing. Some companies are calculating exactly how long components need to last to avoid warranty claims, not how long they should last for customer satisfaction. And the worst part, the vehicles with the highest profit margins. Luxury SUVs and premium sedans often have the most catastrophic failure rates. Which vehicles have become financial death traps in 2025? What specific design flaws and engineering shortcuts are causing these bankrupting failures? And how can you protect yourself from becoming the next victim of the auto industry's most predatory practices? That's what we're exposing today. The consequences of owning one of these problem vehicles go far beyond inconvenience. With new car prices averaging $57,000 in loan terms stretching to 84 months, owners are finding themselves underwater on loans for vehicles they can no longer drive. Faced with repair bills exceeding $15,000 on cars worth less than the remaining loan balance, many are forced into impossible choices: pay for repairs they can't afford, continue making payments on unusable vehicles, or default on loans and destroy their credit scores. For some families, these automotive money pits have become the first domino in a financial collapse that leads to bankruptcy. Let's expose the 20 worst offenders of 2025, categorized by manufacturer and failure type, so you can protect yourself from buying a vehicle that will drain your bank account. American nightmares, Detroit's biggest failures. The Ford Explorer with the EcoBoost engine leads our list as perhaps the most financially devastating vehicle of 2025. What Ford markets is innovative. Fuel-efficient technology has become a nightmare for owners experiencing catastrophic engine failures at just 60,000 miles. The primary issue involves the 2.3 L turbocharged engine's direct injection system. Carbon buildup on intake valves is leading to misfires, loss of power, and eventually complete engine failure. Unlike earlier fuel injection systems that naturally cleaned intake valves with fuel spray, this direct injection system injects fuel directly into the combustion chamber, leaving intake valves vulnerable to carbon accumulation. What makes this particularly devastating is the repair cost. Cleaning the valves requires complete disassembly of the upper engine, costing between $3,000 and $4,000. In more severe cases where damage has progressed, complete engine replacement becomes necessary. A $12,000 repair on a vehicle that might be worth, languid consumer. Reports found that 62% of Explorer owners with the EcoBoost engine experienced significant problems by 75,000 miles. One owner in Chicago described watching his check engine light illuminate just 3 weeks after the warranty expired. The subsequent diagnosis revealed a $7,000 repair bill for a vehicle he had only owned for 3 years. Ford's response to this crisis has been particularly troubling. Internal documents revealed during a class action lawsuit showed engineers identified these issues during development, but were overruled by executives focused on meeting fuel economy targets. Despite thousands of similar failures, Ford has refused to extend warranties or offer assistance to affected owners, leaving them with devastating repair bills. General Motors isn't faring any better with their revolutionary active fuel management system. What was marketed as innovative fuels-saving technology has instead become an engine-destroying disaster. The system found in millions of GM trucks and SUVs, including the Chevrolet Silverado, GMC Sierra, Suburban Tahoe, and Yukon models, experiences lifter failures that cascade into catastrophic engine damage. The technical issue involves the lifters that control valve operation in the engine. The active fuel management system shuts down half the engine cylinders during light load conditions to save fuel. However, the lifters responsible for the cylinder deactivation are failing prematurely, causing misfires, loss of power, and metal debris circulation through the engine oil. The repair process isn't simple. It requires complete disassembly of the upper engine, replacement of multiple components, and in severe cases, complete engine replacement. Costs typically range from $4,000 to $8,000, often hitting just as vehicles exit warranty coverage. Multiple class action lawsuits allege GM knew about these defects, but continued selling affected vehicles anyway. Internal testing documents show engineers identified potential lifter failure issues, but executives pushed forward with production to meet corporate fuel economy targets. Meanwhile, Toyota Tundra owners from the same model year's drive, trouble-free with many reporting 200,000+ miles without major issues. The Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator models continue to suffer from the infamous death wobble, a terrifying front-end vibration at highway speeds that makes drivers feel they're about to lose control. Despite multiple attempts to address the issue, it persists across model years, creating both a safety concern and a massive depreciation problem. The technical cause involves the solid front axle design combined with relatively unsophisticated suspension geometry. When the vehicle hits a bump or irregularity at highway speeds, the steering components can oscillate violently, creating a dangerous feedback loop that feels like the vehicle is about to shake apart. What makes this financially devastating isn't just the repair costs, which typically exceed $2,000 for a complete front-end rebuild, but the impact on resale value. Vehicles known to experience this issue are selling for 15 to 20% less than comparable models without the problem, creating significant financial losses for owners. Stellantis, formerly Fiat Chrysler, has denied any design defect, despite thousands of similar complaints. Internal documents revealed during litigation showed engineers recommended suspension redesigns that were rejected due to cost concerns. One Jeep owner in Texas described the experience as the most terrifying thing I've ever felt in a vehicle, like it was going to shake itself off the road at 70 miles per hour. Tech disasters. When innovation becomes expensive, the Tesla Model Y represents a cautionary tale about the financial risk of bleeding-edge technology. While Tesla's innovation has pushed the entire industry forward, Model Y owners are discovering that being early adopters comes with significant financial risk. The most financially devastating issue involves the heat pump system that Tesla introduced to improve cold weather range. Consumer Reports found that 38% of Model Y owners experienced heat pump failures within the first 3 years of ownership. In cold climates, these failures leave owners without cabin heat and significantly reduced battery range. What makes this particularly problematic is Tesla's service approach. Unlike traditional manufacturers with widespread dealer networks, Tesla's limited service centers mean owners often wait weeks for repairs. Replacement heat pump systems cost between $4,000 and $6,000 out of warranty, and many owners report multiple failures. The Model Y's other significant issue involves the complex electronics controlling nearly every vehicle function. Screen failures, computer malfunctions, and software glitches are leaving owners with vehicles that won't drive despite having fully charged batteries. With most functions controlled through the central touchscreen, these failures effectively disable the entire vehicle. Tesla's over-the-update approach sometimes creates more problems than it solves. owners report updates that reduce battery range, change vehicle behavior, or introduce new bugs that require service visits. Unlike traditional recalls where manufacturers bear the cost of repairs, Tesla owners often find themselves paying for issues introduced by the company's own software updates once the warranty expires. The Mercedes-Benz EQE electric sedan was supposed to represent the pinnacle of German engineering excellence in the electric era. Instead, it's become one of the most financially devastating luxury purchases of 2025. The primary issue involves the complex battery management system. Unlike Tesla's relatively straightforward approach to battery management, Mercedes implemented a highly sophisticated system designed to maximize range and battery life. However, this complexity has created a nightmare of reliability issues, with 32% of owners experiencing complete system failures within the first 2 years of ownership. When these systems fail, the repair isn't simple. The entire battery pack often requires replacement. A $22,000 repair on a vehicle that depreciates rapidly due to these known issues. One owner in Florida described watching his $87,000 EQE lose $52,000 in value over just 18 months due to these problems.